Hi guys, welcome to this quick Photoshop tutorial where we're going to learn how to make a watermark brush that we can use on our images to stamp them with our copyright details when we're uploading photos or artwork to the internet. Now I'm in Adobe Photoshop Creative Cloud and I have this image open here, and instead of coming over to my type tool and typing out all my details each time, I'm going to make a brush which is going to act like a stamp that we can use on each of our images to make it easy and consistent. So come up here to File and open a new one. We can make our stamp in, and I have mine set to Landscape 5x7 with 300 dpi, and I have the background set to white. So that's what we want. It's all good. Let's click OK. And there it is. Now I need to come over here and grab my type tool, click on that to select it. There it is, and then click back onto the image, which will bring up the cursor. And now I'm in my type tool and I can type my details on. Now to get the copyright symbol, I click Alt and G at the same time, and that brings up the logo, the symbol for copyright. There it is. And then I'm going to type the rest of my details. Galia, Elena, Photography, and it's defaulting to my last used font, which I'm okay with. You can change the fonts to whatever you like. Just lagging a bit because it's recording in the background. Okay, there it is. Let's drag it onto the screen. That looks pretty good. Click OK, and there it is. Now, to make the brush, it's as simple as coming up to the Edit menu and coming down to Define Brush Preset. We click on that, and then we just need to name it whatever we want to. And I'm going to name mine Copyright Gap, and then click OK. And that's it. Now I can close this because I don't need it anymore, and I'm not going to save it. And that takes me back to this image. Now all I need to do is find my brush, which is in my brush tools over here. Click that, and that brings up the brush palette up the top here. And in this one here we find all the preset brushes, and the one we've just made will be right down the bottom. There it is. Click on it, and ta-da! Now it's obviously a bit big for this image, but that's okay. It's much easier to make it smaller than it is to make it bigger. If you make it bigger, you will lose image quality. So come up to the slide and you can slide it down to make it smaller. There we go. Or you can use your bracket keys to make it bigger or smaller, which is what I usually do. It's a shortcut. And you click it on the image and it will appear. I'm just in my channel, so I'm just going to undo that. Okay. There we go. It's on opacity 21, so it's quite clear like a watermark. And if I slide that up to opacity 100, it will be completely white. There it is. Or I can come over here and toggle between black and white and try it as a black image. There we go. And then I can make it bigger, move it around, put it wherever I want, just at the click of a button. Wherever and however I want. That's simple. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of this because I don't need it anymore. And I'm not going to save it because I don't want those changes kept. Okay, next what I'm going to do is turn a logo that I've made into a brush that I can use in future whenever I need it. So I'm just going to come up here and select Open and find my logo. Here it is. Open that. Now, I know it's 5x7 inches, so it's big enough for what I want it. But what I do need to do is to transform it a bit, because how the brush works is everything that's white is going to be transparent, and wherever there's black, it's going to be the bit that makes a stamp. Now, as this is here, it would come as a soft grey, it wouldn't be black. So I need to change that. So I'm coming up here to Image, Adjustments, Levels, and this brings up my Levels palette. And I'm just going to slide my white point all the way down towards the black. There we go, and click OK. So now I have a black and white graphic I can use, and then I come up to Edit again, Define Brush Preset, and there it is, and I'm just going to call it Watermark. And click OK, and there it is, just like that. And now that we've done that, I'm just going to quickly show you some of the things we can do with our stamp. So opening up an artwork, let's open this one up. And there's our artwork, and I still have the stamp selected, and I could just stamp it on there, make it bigger, put it wherever I like. But I'm just going to get rid of those, stepping back in my histories, and show you something else you can do with it. So if I come down here to my black and white toggle and click on that, it brings up my color picker, and I can select any color I want over here, typing it in or selecting it. But what's really clever is I can come over here to my artwork and select a color from the image. There we go, say OK, and then I can make my stamp any color I like. Alright, that's all for today. Thank you, my friends, and I will see you next time.